world.
Yes.
Of course, you are a creative, a makeup artist, then a creative makeup artist, and as well as special effects makeup artist.
Yes.
When did the journey begin?
This journey began, like I can say, it began when I was still after high school, after primary school, not high school. Because I remember when I did my KCPE, I was like, my mom told me you have to do mechanic. Huh? Even my sisters were like, you have to do mechanic because we don't have money to take you to high school. Because I scored very well, but they told me you have to do mechanic. So I was like, no, just take me to a beauty school. You see, so I joined beauty school. That was a beauty makeup beauty school in Westlands. It was in Westland by then. So I did for 6 months. I did a certificate for beauty. Then after there, do you know, I joined high school when I like that term. Yeah, after completing the beauty course.
So after your primary education,
yes,
you went to beauty school.
Yes.
Then to high school.
Then to high school. I joined that.
You knew that could be done.
Yeah, it's my life. It's just amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you joined much later.
Yes. Now I joined after when I went to high school. My mom, like even my sisters, were trying to push me to other career. Like I remember my mom told me, took business. And I was like, oh, business, yeah. So in Form 3, she was just pushing me. You have to do business. So after completing my Form 4 exams, she told me, now you have to join a business.
So you have to do a business course.
Yes, yes.
So a conventional type of career.
Yes, yes. So she was trying to convert me to. But my mind, I was just, inside me, I was feeling like I want to do beauty. I want to pursue, like, beauty. So I joined Kenya Polytechnic. I did business management. Then after there, I went to sales. I was a salesperson somewhere, but I was feeling like, no, this is not my path. So I did, I was doing business, I was doing sales. I did sales for like 8 months. Right. Wearing suits, and you know, that's not my kind of
kind of
convincing
vibe.
People. We have this, you have to buy this, we want to sell this to you. So I was feeling like this is not my career. So after some time, I got a call at Westlands, in a salon in Westlands. So it's told, we need a hairdresser. Are you available? I was like, oh yes. So I just went to HR, then I took all you know, you are given some gifts to give people to convince them to buy products from you. So I just took them there. I told the HR, you know what, I'm leaving. She was like, no, you have to follow the protocol. There is the procedure. Yeah. You have to write a resignation letter. You have to do this.
Serve your 1 month notice.
I was like, no, me, I'm going. You just take me.
This is not for me.
Yes, it's not for me. So I put everything there. I just went. The following day, I went to that salon, and I got a job. By 11 a.m. Yeah.
You're already working at your new workstation.
Yes, I was told tomorrow, come. You have a job.
Okay, so looks like you had a lot of practice already when you were just about 13, 14.
Yes.
So you had already been in practice.
Yes.
And it is a world that we like to look good. Yeah.
Sure.
I had to get my makeup done before coming here.
You're looking amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All thanks to Damaris. She's a makeup artist.
Hi, Damaris.
And so then, it is a growing industry.
Sure.
With money. It's valued at 100 billion just in Kenya alone. And of course, the world population, as we have mentioned, is not 8 billion. Sure. So perhaps even the makeup industry is going to grow even more because there are even more people to do makeup on. And so what would you say about the business part of it?
The business part of it, it's growing. Like when I was joining makeup industry, that was 5 years ago, it was a bit slow. We used to convince people, like convince a person, like I can do this, I can do this. But now it's populated. We have so many makeup artists right now, but in the beauty side, not in the creative side and in the special effects makeup. Right. So what I can say, it's now it's growing faster here in Kenya, and what I thank God about it, we are connecting with the other world, not,
with the
not
rest
only
of the
Kenya.
world.
Yeah, it's universal, and I can say we are connecting so well because even now, I have people. I think they are watching now from UK. Yeah, I have people who are watching from there. I have people in US. I have
Because
people
then you
working in
have
the whole
worked
world.
with people internationally.
Yes, sure. I've worked
Right.
with people internationally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and talking about the creative makeup, why creative makeup?
Creative makeup, you know, let's begin here. Creative makeup, it's creating character.
Right.
Creating character, emotions. Because now, some, in creative makeup, it's where creative makeup artist comes in, like in a film. In a film industry, they are searching for creative makeup, whereby you can create, you can be told, you know what, you want this person to look like a god. You see? Do you remember Avatar?
Yes.
The Avatar.
One of my all-time favorite movies.
Yes.
Yes.
You see? Now, you can imagine the makeup artists who are behind that. So you create those people, then you put tails on them. So you have to be creative. Like you are told, this one turned. You have been watching some movies, then you see a person turning like it's a person, then the next minute it's a cat.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're like, how now? Because this Nigerian,
What
remember
magic is
Nigerian?
this?
Yeah. So sometimes you have to be so creative to, like, you create, like you have to sketch. You sketch it down.
Right.
Then after sketching it down, now you put it like on that person. Like you can see the Spider-Man. That's a costume, but it's they were working with the makeup artists too. They had to create that costume. They had to collaborate, like to work together to
Right.
create that look.
So it's not just about putting the lashes and the color on our faces and the contour. So it goes way beyond that with the creative industry.
Yeah, that's where the character comes in. Because now you are given a cast. You are told this one, it's a maid in this house. This one is the mother of the house. This one is a grandma of the house. This one is the daughter. So you have to differentiate, like we understand how like a butch, like a housemaid looks like. How they do their makeup. So you have to understand how they dust their makeup. How shoes, those grandma, they do their makeup. Because
Right.
you have to bring that look
To life.
to life. I remember there was a time, sorry for taking this. I remember there was a time we went to shoot in Kitale. It's that series called BD. So there was one person who was given two characters. It's a young person in this area, like playing with it's a friend to this one, then they are playing together. Then the next minute you're told, I want this one to be a grandma. Grandpa.
Okay.
Sorry. So you have to create him to look like a grandpa.
So this is one person.
Yeah.
He has two roles, two characters.
Yes.
So got to look very different.
Yes.
In different scenes.
And if you watch that series, you can't notice like this one is the same person, because this one will see a very old one, like 95 years or 100 years, grandpa. Then this side you see like a 16 years boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why you have to understand the character. That's why it's called creative. You have to create that to turn this person to. Even I was given 16 years old to turn to look like 40s, 50s.
To look older.
Yeah.
So you could make me look 50.
Yeah, I can.
I'd love to know how to look like at 50. So
yeah.
I think we should try that out.
That one we will.
Okay. So it's actually very interesting. And now the special effects.
Yes.
You know, we see scenes in different movies,
Yes.
in a series, drama. Someone's finger could look like it's cut off.
Yeah.
Then could look like someone has been, like a knife has gone through. So how is that done? How do you even begin?
That's when you begin by creating it in your head. That's why you have to be creative.
Right.
That's why there is a difference between just a makeup artist and creatives. Because now you have to understand if it's like a gunshot, how does it look like?
Right.
I remember there was a time I was approached to do this movie called Isotopes. So I was told, the producer called me, and you know it's a funny thing because we makeup artists, we are the last people to be engaged. Where you just go there, you are told, we are shooting in like 4 days. So I was told, we are shooting 4 days. Then I was like, what is expected of me? I was told, you know what? It's blood. We want blood. So I was like, oh, blood, just
That's
blood.
so general.
I was told, no, you know, do you remember Westgate and Dusit? That was like 4 months after Dusit was attacked. So I was like, yes, I remember. I can see. So I was told, just put that in mind. That's all. You are given that. And you have like 3 days. You see? So I was told there, you see, in Dusit, you remember, there's gunshots.
Right.
There is people running. There's some others where the blood had just splashed on you.
Right.
So I had to bring that. I remember I took 3 days, like sleeping like 1 hour in a day for 72 hours, creating.
Because you have to create.
You have to create, then you have to bring the real thing. Because if it's a gunshot, you have to understand, how does it look like when someone is shot?
What does that wound look
like?
Yes.
Because in like a gunshot, you remember, when it comes like this, now it's at the head of it comes like a bomb. It has to be a big hole.
So you have to understand.
You have to understand.
Exactly.
If it's a knife, you have to understand. If it's here, you have to understand how it looks like. You have to put more latex on more molding wax. So you have to understand. Even you can't put like much products. You have to understand. Because it has to look like a real...
As real as possible.
Real. Yes.
Because we don't want to watch and say, that looks like tomato sauce.
You remember, like I remember when I was young, I used to watch those horror movies, and I could see some, it's looking like it's a powder. It's like a food color, or it's a tomato sauce which has been put there. It does not look like a real blood. So now you have to bring, in this world now, you have to bring the real thing.
True.
Yeah.
And of course, even the film industry
Yes.
is a billion-dollar industry.
Yes.
And as well, even looking at Hollywood, when you're watching an action movie, then everything is real. You feel it. You feel the pain. If it's the main character getting attacked, getting stabbed, you feel it and you see it. So it has to be that believable.
Yeah, it has to be like, you see, that's why I said emotion. The viewer wants to see it's happening on that person. That's why you have to create emotion so that the viewers could just see. You see, you could. When I was growing up, we used to watch those action movies. We used to pay, I think it's 10 bob or 5 bob to watch. So you could see someone being stabbed. So you could, they used to switch off the lights of that studio. So they put like a TV, just a projector, just behind there. So we used to see, like, you could hear some people crying at the back. So you have to bring that emotion. You have to bring, because it has to look real. Like, you have to bring that emotion. And there are so many people who are watching. You are one, but you have to create that. People, they have to feel it.
Right.
So first you have to feel it on yourself. When you are creating, you have to, this one, I have to bring it like the real thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then would you say that there's makeup, that there's makeup schools, people go and they're taught makeup for a period of time, and they get out here and they're makeup artists.
Yes.
So for the creative makeup artists and special effects, could they go to school, or this is just inborn?
For me, I think first it's you have to be creative first.
So you have to be creative as a person.
That one, it's a must. You have to have it inside you. Then now you join a school where you can be told on how to create those effects. But let's say you can't just master one thing. Like if it's a knife cut, you can't just be doing only knife cuts. There's someone who will approach you and tell you, you know what, there was a bomb, then it exploded, then like 100 people were, let's say they were affected, you see.
Injured.
Yeah, they were injured.
Right.
So you have to understand when the bomb explodes, what comes out.
Right.
You have to understand. So you have to put you have to be so creative, knowing you can create knife cuts, you can create this, you can create this, you can splash blood in a way. Because sometimes when they are acting now, the actors, when they're acting now, some others will just you are told this one it's jumping in like a minute. So you have to prepare, you
Right.
stay with the blood. So you have to understand how to splash it, where to splash it, how speed, you understand this. So
Right.
if you're told just to create only one thing, you can't understand, if you're told this one it's jumping in a minute, you have to understand the speed, everything. You have to understand how far, you can't just pour.
Yeah. It has to make sense. It has to be all connected.
Yeah. So you have to think and create it, because we can't. This one, it's the props, the person is styling, the wardrobe. You see this one, it's only one T-shirt, and it's white.
Right.
So it's just in that 1 minute. So
Okay.
if you mess up, they don't have to take a break to go and search for another T-shirt. So you have to understand and be accurate on that.
So there's precision that is required.
So that one needs a maximum cooperation and very creative, just to understand the speed and to understand everything that's
Right.
and also the amount, because now you are told it's how to create a hood. So you have to be creative to understand the amount of blood you have to put on that. So
it has to make sense.
It has to make sense.
Okay, then we will be coming back. We do have to take a very short break, but we'll be coming back with our very beautiful model in studio, Grace, and you're going to be doing something creative on her. I think we don't have to know yet. We're going to come back to that. But we're talking about the creative makeup artistry in the country, which is fast growing. And with our guest here in studio, we are understanding what the industry is all about, what are the do's and don'ts, and how much money do they make? We're going to be finding out after this very short break.
Get a chance to wake up as a tourist as you view Mount Kenya every day by buying a plot of land at Wema Gardens, Naru Moru. At only 400 meters off tarmac, this is the right place to build your dream home, cottages or holiday homes. You can also buy this property to give to your children as a special inheritance. Water and electricity are in the vicinity, while neighbors are already building their homes. These plots are specially ready for you with title deeds scheduled to be out in 6 months. Buy a 50 by 100 plot of land at Wema Gardens for only 399,000 Kenya shillings. You can also pay for your plot through our friendly one-year installments plan. Vera Beauty and Fashion College is focused on being the leading technical and vocational training institute in the region. Our team possesses in-depth knowledge and extensive experience in the industry, offering thorough training in cosmetology, hairdressing, interior design, creative arts, training of trainers, nail technology, and fashion design. With branches in Nairobi, Thika, Meru, Eldoret, and now in Mombasa, our courses ensure that learners are completely equipped with knowledge, competency, and employability skills. Enroll today to be a part of a center of excellence.
Born a man, the society bestows tough responsibilities upon you.
Lazima uwe mtu wa bidii, ukija kuoa lazima uwe ni provider.
If you're not able to provide, that's a challenge. It takes a toll on a man.
It takes
someone who is strong enough to face it.
This is Born a Man.
Hapa kazi tu inaendelea kuwasaka na kuwatambua wale ambao wanafanya kazi extraordinary na zile kazi za kujituma.
Biashara yote unaambiangwa, as long as you have a plan, you can do it. Our service is about kufurahisha the customer.
Mpenzi mtazamaji, hii ni Hapa Kazi Tu.
Good to have you join us on Heart to Heart.
We bring you stories of people who, despite the pressures they experienced, still trusted God to see them through.
The seeds that was sown in me helped me navigate and overcome that period of my life.
New testimonies, new insights, and even better revelation of the good things God has in store for us.
There is always a blessing waiting for someone in every episode.
Welcome, you're watching The CEO. On this show, where we invite masters, captains of industry.
It's all about working in teams. Customers are happy, it's a good month, the markets are good. I mean, those are very exciting moments.
Ladies and gentlemen who tell us where and how to find money and put money in our pockets and how to go about doing business in the best possible way.
For me, I'm not serving myself, I'm serving community.
Hi there, my name is George Washiri. I am so happy to see you, and today I am here to enumerate, to explain how we package our land investment. We have 5 levels of our property, and we classify these levels as 1 star, 2 stars, 3 star, 4 star, and 5 star. This is what we mean, that if you buy a property that is 1 star with Optiven, one of the things that is evident, the property is cheaper, is below $500,000. And this particular property is basically bare land. We only do subdivision, put the beacons, and then produce titles. The second level, we call it 2 star. This is prime land, whereby we grade the roads, we put a marking fence, do the beacons, and produce titles. The third level, we call it 3 stars. This 3 star is value added plots. We do the malam, we do the water, we do the mesh fence, and there's a caretaker on site. The fourth level is 4 star. 4 star is ready to build development. We do very nice maram roads, we plant the trees, we put the water tower, we also put a caretaker on site, and finally, the 5 star. The 5 star is premier, it's the top level, and this one, we do cable roads, we do water management through underground culverts, we do underground power, we do fountain for water, we do beautiful and nice permanent gates, we do perimeter wall, and also do install the CCTV, and the whole property is manned by uniformed security. Some of these properties, these 5-star properties, we do a clubhouse and also construct swimming pool. Thank you once more for trusting Optiven. We value you. We are at Absa Plaza, 14th floor and 15th floor. God bless you.
Welcome back. You are watching The Morning Drift right here on Lookup TV. The hashtag is Morning Drift across all our social media platforms at Lookup TV on Twitter, Lookup TV on Facebook, and Lookup TV on our official YouTube channel. And we are keeping it cute this Wednesday morning. We are talking about makeup and the creative makeup artistry, to be specific. With me on set is Jeffrey Ndunga, who is a special effects and creative makeup artist, as well as our beautiful model, Grace Danu. And Jeff, now, you're going to be doing something artsy on Grace this morning.
Yes.
So I'll let you get started. I know we are short on time, but we'll manage to put something together.
Yeah, sure, we'll.
Right. So when, I believe we can still converse as you go on.
Yes.
I know they say men can't multitask, but I believe you can.
I can.
So let's see how you do. I'm going to rate you by the end of this.
All right.
Right. So for a creative makeup artist, then you need your tools.
You need your tools.
Yeah, because like any other makeup artist, then you need your tools. But for a creative makeup artist, then you need even different tools or more tools.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the basics?
The basics, you have to put everything in order, everything that you want. So you have to put it on set so that you will not be running up and down to search for what you need. So you have just to put everything that you need according to the look we want to create.
Okay, so you just started with a primer?
Yeah, I started by first you have to make sure you have cleaned everything. That's why I've used wet wipes to clean.
Right.
Then you have to use moisturizer just to prepare. You have to prepare skin first, so that if you put products, they won't affect you.
So there has to be a base.
Yeah, there has to be a base every time. You have to make sure the character face is protected.
Okay.
Yeah, even the skin, everywhere you are doing, you are creating anything, you have to make sure it's clean. You have to clean it first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and for the tools, what are the top priority tools for a creative makeup artist?
You should have, let's say, brushes. Then sometimes even you don't need brushes. You just need your hands. Yeah.
Can create even
there
better.
Are 10 of them. So
okay.
Yeah. Even now I will use my hands to create like everything. Yeah.
Okay. And so there are very many looks that people could go for.
Yeah.
Which one has been your highlight? Say the best look you ever created.
The best look I created, there is a time, there is a look I did a shoot with my photographer, Stevenchi, and a model called Inyika Odero. So we were shooting Black Boju.
Right.
I don't know what the Boju what means, but I was told it's beautiful. It means black beautiful. My photographer loves French so much.
Okay.
So he told me we should call it Black Boju. So we created that look, and to our surprise, after like 2 weeks after releasing it, it was trending here in Kenya.
It went viral.
Yeah, it went viral.
Okay.
Then, like in less than a month, it was put at a Sony Photography Awards in 2019. Then, after like 3 months, it was one of the famous photographs in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is a big
It was
win.
rated by One Highlander. It's a company in UK. They just look at what has been done in the whole world. So if they appreciate your work, if they see you have did something special, they will put it on their page. They will appreciate your work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they put your work up.
They put your work up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is a very big win for you.
Yeah, sure. It's a big win.
To know that your work is recognized, not only nationally, but internationally as well.
Internationally as well.
Okay.
Then after then after there, I did another shoot with Alois, a photographer here in Kenya. So we did another 2 projects, which were also appreciated by One Island. It's one of the famous, it was handed as one of the famous photographs in the world.
Right.
So in a span of 6 months, my work was appreciated all over the world.
Ah, so how did that feel? Because we know the journey is always not an easy one. It has its highs and lows. But did you feel validated at that point?
Yeah, I felt that, and I felt encouraged. I felt like I should put more creativity, and also that one told me I should focus on not only locally but internationally, because if your work is appreciated worldwide, now you should just focus on doing something which is appreciated, which is
so
touching
you need to
the whole
think
world. You have to
globally.
Globally.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, the world, they say, is a global village.
Sure.
So hence even how your work can be done in the country and appreciated across the world.
Across the world.
Yeah. So tell me about the look that we are going for today.
Now, because Halloween was just last month.
Right.
We are just doing Halloween look. Yeah, on this, our beautiful model.
Yes.
Yes, today.
Okay, and now that you spoke about Halloween,
yes,
then Halloween is also a period where people get to be very creative.
Yes.
And a lot of work for the creative makeup artist. Of course, we saw some very notable looks from Beyonce and Jay-Z,
yes,
and so much more. And so just recreating looks. We saw Kerry Washington. Looks, and sometimes even it's ladies going for like a masculine look.
Yes.
You know, you're throwing it back and you're appreciating, say, Michael Jackson, and you're a woman. You're appreciating Lionel Richie, and you're a woman. So for you to create a look like that, say Kerry Washington appreciated Lionel Richie, so she was Lionel Richie for Halloween.
Yes.
And of course, with the whole look, even from the hair to the makeup, and she gave the same energy. So how do you go about that?
That one, now you have to collaborate with the person you're doing makeup to. Then you have to create like, what was, this one, you know, it's an icon, you're appreciating someone.
Right.
So you have to look like what it was looking like. So you have to create that look. Like, you know, sometimes in the movies you're given like a character, you're told this one, we want him to look like I want them to look like twins.
Right.
So you have to put that image on your head. You have to sketch it down, so that now you just put exactly what that person was looking like. It's like a drawing. You see, those artists, those artists, they draw people,
right,
or they draw objects. So you have to be like, because there are some people who can draw your portrait. You see, so you have to bring that in your head, then you put it in a paper, then now you transfer it.
Okay.
It's called, I appreciate my guy, it's called Suki. Now it's bringing something called from script to skin. So you transfer that one. So you have to look, this person is looking like this, so you're transferring what that person is looking like to another person.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there are also some very interesting movies.
Yes.
Say the one about Idi Amin.
Yes.
And that main character, I think it just slipped my... Forrest Whitaker.
Yes.
Forrest Whitaker embodied Idi Amin.
Yes.
So believable that you see the movie is award-winning.
Yes.
So when then you as the makeup artist are told, turn Forrest Whitaker into Idi Amin. So then there's a lot of studying that you have to do.
You know, first thing, you have to search who was this. Then after there, now you are given a script.
Right.
You are told, he said like this and this. So you have to, like, you are told the next scene, this guy is going to command people going to command army to kill people. So you have to understand the emotions he has to put on that. You know, you can't say that smiling. I was telling you just to shoot them. No, you have to put like, I want to. So you have to understand what this person is looking, the look of that person.
Right.
Then you have to understand the face so that you can put that makeup, you can create that makeup which suits that look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my director is telling me we're kind of running out of time, but I'm sure we're going to complete our look, right?
Sure.
Because we really need to, our Halloween special, right here with our beautiful model, Grace Ndanu. And the special effects.
Yes.
Let's just talk a little bit about that. And the price then is not the same. We know for makeup, like the one I have on my face right now, it goes anywhere between 1,000 shillings to even 7,000 shillings, the current market rate in the country. Yes. But for special effects and creative makeup artists, then, because there is more that is done, then it could cost more.
Yeah, it has to cost more because, you know, those products, you can't get them locally first. So you have to import them.
Okay.
So that one, you want to know the price of... That one depends with let's say it depends with the space, all the place you are working, like body parts you are working on.
Okay.
So if it's just a small hood, yeah, it won't cost the same. It's like someone who has like 97 or 89% burn. You know, you have to understand.
Okay.
So it depends with the size of the
So whatever the art you're doing.
Yes.
So if it could be body, then that's a lot. Then that's a lot of money.
The whole
definitely.
body. It could be face. Someone at some cut. So it depends with the space you're working on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so when we think about this look that we are creating, when we think about Halloween,
yes,
what comes to mind?
Halloween, for me, it has so many meanings, because if you Google, you'll be surprised. But for me, it comes like scary look.
Okay.
So scary look, we involve like demons. You have to understand how a demon looks like. So if it's scary, it has to be like, you know, there are those stories we were given when we were, those were being narrated to us when we were young. We were told, you know, when you do this, someone will come,
grab you in the back.
That one, so you have to understand.
You know, you like, see demons, and I was like, yes.
So you have to understand what is like, if I tell you like, you know what, there's a demon which is coming in this place right now.
Yeah.
And be ready, the lights are going off in a few. What would you expect? Like,
I'm looking at horns.
Yeah, you see?
Teeth out.
Thank you. Something. So you are not expecting just a normal person to appear.
Right.
You're expecting like a ghost. What is a ghost?
Grace, you're not going to be looking normal. I hope you know that.
What does a ghost look like? First, you have to understand. Then you have to do your study. Like, what does a ghost look like? So that one you have to be like to bring up a look that will scare people.
Right. So again, you have to be very familiar with what's happening around you, what's current.
Like, can I tell you something? Do you know a demon has no eyebrows?
Oh, okay.
So that's what you can just look here. You see, I have already like eyebrows. You can't see them. I've just created something to just make them disappear.
Okay.
So you have to understand. Then you don't expect a demon to look like to have a beautiful demon. You know,
to be a beauty queen.
To be a beauty queen. You expect something to scare people. If you bring like someone who is so pretty, you won't be scared. You'll be like, oh, you're looking pretty.
Right.
You want to possess me? Go on. But it's just
okay. And we can't talk about the industry without thinking about the effects that COVID-19 had on the makeup industry.
Yes.
Then, you know, people every other day, people go to the office, they get their makeup done. But we're looking at a period of time when people are working from home, when people who wear stilettos on a daily were wearing pajamas and just chilling at home, working from home with their computers in bed. Then let's talk about how that affected you directly as a makeup artist.
For me, it was one of the hardest time for me, because I remember, first thing, we were told, you know, in the salons, it's where COVID is being spread.
Right.
So many people could not call you, because people are not going for meetings, people are not doing movies, people are not, there was nothing which was happening in the beauty industry. So, because people were indoors, were staying indoors. So for me, it affected me, because I used to stay for like even 3 months without a call.
Right.
I remember I stayed for almost 9 months without a call.
Wow.
And so I had to use my savings to survive.
Right.
And also sometimes you sell household items to just to get rent to survive. So it affected me a lot. Yeah.
So there was a lot of survival techniques that had to be employed.
Then you stay in the house, you get tired, you're bored. You know, I used to be so busy, like running up and down. You're told, you know, there is this movie you're acting which is being shot in like 3 months, in coming 3 months. There is this one next week, there is this next week. So now you stay in the house, no one is calling you. You just check director's status, no one is posting anything. So you just there, you're like, hey, the world is heading.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, we saw a lot of makeup artists, again, reinvent themselves. We saw a lot of people come up in the YouTube space, Instagram, just with creating videos, an everyday look. And we have some notable names, and we also have a lot of guys in the industry, like Dennis Karuri.
Yes.
We also have, the other guy is, his name has slipped my mind. But as well, the other female makeup artists like Rosina Sharon, who has some videos which are over 2.2 million views with over about 600,000 subscribers. So makeup in general is content that Kenyans are actually embracing and they look forward just to watch. So how would you say then you reinvented yourself just with the changing times, because COVID-19 was then a reality of what could happen?
That time I was trying to connect with the other bodies all over the world.
Right.
So there are some looks we created, which I'm about to release them in few months to come.
Right.
So I can't say much about that, but I can say I'm going to shock Kenyans, because we are releasing them. We just did like, you create, you send, then they send back, then now we are about to shoot those looks. Yeah.
Okay, so mlichumia juani.
Yeah, so
Now you're about to reap big.
So we are creating something to release to Kenyans after there, if at all you survive, because you know COVID was so scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and it would also be nice just to look at what that will be like, because then it signifies a time in our lives, even for the rest of Kenyans, a time that there were tough times, and so if we survived, then we need to see what people created during these very tough times that kept them moving, kept them going on. So then it will be important for us just to see how that goes. So in terms of maybe events, where do creative makeup artists, do they have awards? Which sort of events do you guys attend?
Yeah, we normally attend those awards. We have awards here in Kenya, others are international. Like my photographer, who I told you, it's Alois. He has won so many international awards, but he has not won anything in Kenya. So we have awards here in Kenya, we have international awards where you just participate. So even I was nominated for some award like a month ago, but I did not manage to get it, to get the trophy, because I was so busy doing, I was so busy with work, so I could not campaign well.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have awards which are where you are awarded for your effort.
Okay, and what would be your word to a young makeup artist, a creative makeup artist in the making, and they're looking to get into the industry, which is not easy, and of course it is growing, but it could be just a little confusing as you're starting out. What would your advice be?
Create more, do more collabos, just approach people like photographers, videographers, tell them you have something you want to collaborate with, approach models, some known people, just work with, you can work with some known people, but you know, when you collaborate, because let's say you're a photographer, and me, I'm a makeup artist, this one is a model. So when you post on your social media, and she posts, then I post, you know, I'm mentioning everyone who collaborated. So through that, you'll be known, because our followers, your followers, my followers, they will see the work we have worked together.
Right.
So
we have to network.
We have to network.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if they are looking for models, then Grace and I are here. You can come. We can be your canvas. Just come put that art on us. We're ready.
Thank you so much.
Right. So is our look done now?
Yes.
But she's telling me we are out of time. Ah, Grace, you look scary. I'd scream at night if I saw you. Okay, so why purple and black?
Purple and black, it's bringing up, like you see from the time we started, it was just looking like, let's say, so pretty.
Right.
So pretty. So now we had to change that to bring a look, you know, let's say for Halloween, it's for scaring people. If we had time, I could have put contacts, the demon contacts, where you put by the eyes will, the eyes will just look like it's sparkling, to bring that scary look. So you know, you don't expect a demon to be having the like human body.
Okay.
You expect them to have different a different skin.
Right.
You can see let's say a demon. You can imagine it's like she has like let's say a blue body, yellow body, black body, white body.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why we have
also
to change
different
this one.
color.
Yeah, a different color. Yeah, to bring up that. Because if I could if I could have just worked with a normal skin, so it's a normal skin color.
Right.
It could not look like scared. You know, now if I put like the white here, then she closes her eyes, then it will be like scary. She won't look like the real human being.
Her usual self.
Yes.
Okay, and thank you so much. I believe you can just move a little back so our camera can capture.
Yeah, then you can close your eyes.
This beautiful art that is a Halloween inspiration.
Yeah.
And I know we didn't have much time, but Jeff managed to put together this Halloween inspiration look. And Jeff, we appreciate you for coming. I believe we'll be having more and more engagements because there is a lot to talk about in the makeup industry. There is the business part of it, which we have talked about not so much, but now there is now the growing industry, which is the creative and of course the special effects. Maybe next time you need to come back and we need to see someone getting stabbed with a pen, with a pencil. I've seen some of your work, and I believe we want to see that executed even right here in studio as you continue just to push the creative industry. So we can get maybe a closer look as we close. Yeah, and Grace, I think if you called like one of your nieces or nephews, they would be screaming. And then we complete that with some little messy hair.
So imagine meeting her just looking like that.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
They just scream and run away.
Okay, happy Halloween, Grace.
Yeah.
You really scared us this morning. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. This is the Morning Drift. Today we have been talking about the makeup industry and the creative and also the special effects bit of it. We've been having Jeffrey Ndunga, who is a makeup artist in studio, and of course with the help of a very beautiful model, Grace Ndanu. I am Nancy Nalimra. We appreciate you for watching. And I'll be ushering Simba back in studio. We'll be having a conversation and just letting us know what is happening on the business front. From us here, where we're keeping it cute and scary at the same time, it is goodbye for now.